So, hello guys, and I'm here again, and I'll be talking about the some players that have been in my watch list, and I'll be uploading this video during the international break, that is before Game Week 13. But I'll talk about the players which are in my plans, or may I say the players I feel like have potential in upcoming game weeks. I'm mentioning that because I know that the FPL game changes so quickly, and because you are thinking about one player and boom, the player gets injured, and he gets red carded, or and I don't know, it just something happens, and the strategy and dimension of your team completely changes because of one player. So yeah, uh, I don't know when you'll be watching this video, but I think it will still be relevant. So firstly, let me start with my plans, and then we'll move on to the other picks. I mean, for everyone. So let's start. So my top priority was Trippier after game week 15, and he still is. And I don't think the injury he picked up was that serious. I don't need him on game week 13 or game week 14, and now it's international break, and I think he will recover before I bring him in, because I think there's enough time for him to recover, and his price just dropped from 6.3 to 6.2, and I don't think anyone will purchase him in game week 13 because he has game against Chelsea and again uh, Arsenal in game week 14. But again, from game week 15 to 27, you can see that. Just look at those fixtures, and which brings in, I think, Kane into the equation too. So yeah, I think Trippier is my first choice, and then going for Kane wouldn't be uh, that much of a disaster move, I think, because I think the Tottenham players will be just fine after the game week 15. So you might want to watch Tottenham players after game week 15. And if Trippier is not the option that you are looking for, then after game week 15, a little cheaper players to look for might be Holibas and Kiko Femenia, because by then I think Wan-Bissaka will also have the run of easy fixtures again. So I think there won't be a problem of budget defenders. But if you are going for budget defenders, Holebas and Kiko Femenia are, I think, better options than Bennett or Doherty. And as you can see the fixtures, they face Chelsea at game week 19 and Spurs at game week 24. And except for that, I think it's all 2 and 3 rated fixtures. So yeah, I think they are good to go. And with Holevas in the set piece, I think he's a very good choice. So right now, it seems like everybody wants to get hands on Man City players, and trying to get as many players as possible from the City team. And if you are thinking of taking off Ederson or Mendy from your squad to make place for, I don't know, just Aguero or Sterling or David Silva, and you already know that Mendy is always a risk of injury, and if you are looking for a premium defensive choice, then you should definitely turn your head to Chelsea players. Because Kepa for Ederson, and I don't know, Alonso or Luis even for Mendy seems pretty good. That doesn't sound that bad. They are cheaper. I mean, Luis and Kepa both cheaper than Mendy and Ederson. So they are cheaper and have great fixtures. And why not? Because I already have Alonso and Luis in my team, and many seem to lean towards Rudiger, but I didn't want to pay 6 million for a center back. Uh, it felt like a waste of money, so I rather went for Luis, and he returned 9 points for me in game week 12, with also Alonso returning 8. So I think Chelsea defense is not that bad to look at in upcoming games because they have a very good run of fixtures coming up. So yeah, that might be some choices if you want some premier defenders to be replaced instead of Ederson or Mendy. You should definitely look for the Chelsea players. Now let's move to the next category, and my now let's talk about the Wolves player. So talking about the Wolves player, I think they have reliable players at both ends of the pitch, but the fixtures are like kind of scrabbled. I mean, in between there are some difficult fixtures, but not that bad though. So with Chelsea and Liverpool, Spurs and Man City, uh, they they do look good for the free hit games. I mean, for a single game. So it's a decision here for if you are going for the Wolves players. They do look like worth taking risk, but you need a strong bench because you will need to keep benching them every now and then. But I think when they have easier fixtures, they will return very good points. So if you are going for Wolves player, I think it's your risk, but I think it's worth taking risk. Okay, now let's talk about the players for now. I mean, those were the players for Gameweek 18 and after Gameweek 15. Now let's talk about the players for Gameweek 14 and 13 and onward. So firstly, my list of teams were Brighton, Liverpool, Man City, and West Ham. Now those are the team with great run of fixtures and potential players. So these are the team on my watch for now. And if you are looking for cheaper players, Brighton and West Ham, maybe Newcastle too, are the answer to it. And if you are going for premium players, Liverpool and Man City are the choices for now. But for later, it's definitely Spurs and Chelsea in upcoming game weeks. And now I'll be breaking down the players from one by one for each team. And now let's start with Brighton. From Brighton, my picks are Ryan, Duffy, and Murray. And after game week 16, they have serious tough games, but until then, it seems you might want to take some chance with them because these three seem obvious choice for Brighton. Although Anthony Knockaert is playing again, he's just not worth the risk. And so, if you ask me why is Duffy there in the list, it's because of Ryan. Because I think Ryan is a very good goalkeeper, and because of Ryan, I think there will be a lot of clean sheet. I mean, in upcoming games. So yeah, and Murray taking penalty for his price and his fixtures, I think is worth taking risk. Now, other team is West Ham. I don't know about the defensive choice from West Ham, but I will definitely go for offensive players. If going for defensive players, I think Fabianski is the only one pick for me, but that is at your own risk because I personally would not pick him, but he is one defensive choice from West Ham that I think I would turn my head to. And the most popular picks are Arnautovic and Anderson right now. I personally did not get on that uh, Felipe Anderson bandwagon after Madison's injury because I need budget for Sterling right now, and so there was a lot of discussion for his replacement, and well, and yeah, Anderson did pay off. Now the question is, will he continue returning points? I think Arnautovic is a safe pick because of his penalty duties, but Felipe Anderson does not sound that risky move too. But and to safe to say that he's a reliable pick. Now, other West Ham player breaking into FPL teams or in the manager's watch list is Grady Diangana. Now, for now, he is a good option for bench, I think, but to start, not so good to be honest. I'm not impressed that right now. I don't know. I think we can still wait on Diangana, but Arnautovic and Anderson are safe to pick, I think. Now, before I go to Man City and Liverpool, I want to give my opinion on some players that I feel like people are not giving much attention to. The Patterson, Rondon, and Kennedy. Uh, the fixtures for all these three players seem very great. They are also cheaper options. Patterson's form can't be denied right now, and Kennedy's fixtures and price is everything you'd want. I think for Milner or Kante or Jorginho, the defensive midfielders who play every game but still do not deliver a lot. I think going for Kennedy is much more beneficial. So those three players are one you might want to keep an eye on. Just see how they perform over time, and the choice is yours. Now, finally, Liverpool and Man City. Uh, there's no explanation needed for this, and it feels like you just can't go wrong with Man City players right now because there are just so much potential in both of these teams, both Liverpool and Man City. But I'll try and narrow down to two or three players from each team. So let's go. So from Liverpool, I would definitely play for Salah and Robertson. They are my sure picks because I only see them as the players who I want to invest my money on more than Salah. Robertson is the greatest pick because for the price and his fixtures, uh, I won't talk too much about City and Liverpool players because I don't think people need any kind of convincing or any kind of direction to go for City or Liverpool players because they are obvious picks and deliver a lot. So now, why don't we move to Man City players? Now, narrowing down to three Man City players, my sure picks are Aguero and Sterling. But at the back, it's Ederson or Mendy, and that's your choice. Aguero might not be playing all the minutes, but he's consistently returning points. There is no premium forward I can look up to right now because not Kane, not Lukaku, not Firmino, maybe Lacazette. I think Laka is good enough. But I've had Aguero since first game week, and I've had no regrets at all. Now Sterling is on my radar after that Manchester game. The upcoming fixtures are very very good, and I can't help but notice Sterling switching to center forward position more often in the second half of the Man City games. So yeah, Aguero and Sterling seems like much needed choice from the City team, and the third pick is your choice. It's good if you have at least, I mean, if it's good if you can have all the three players from the Man City team because they do deliver a lot, and the first two picks are definitely my Sterling and Aguero, and third is about you. If you want to go for Mendy or Ederson or David Silva, they seem to be nailed rather than any other players. So yeah, that is it. And I read that Claudio Ranieri is new Fulham manager. So I think let's see what changes. And you might want to look out for Mitrovic and Schürrle. So yeah, that is probably it for the analysis. But before I leave, I want to thank each and everyone who has been supporting my channel. We are almost 1K now. The video, the time you're watching this video, uh, I don't know, I may be close to 1K subs, or I might have gone past the my that threshold. So, and I'm sorry I couldn't reply to some comments last week. I had a pretty busy week, so I could not reply to some. I try to reply all the comments, but I don't check my YouTube every day. It's like once in 2 days or even a week sometimes. So yeah, it depends. So for the 1K celebration, I created a new Instagram account so that you guys can, I don't know, DM some messages. It's easier for me to assist Instagram and messengers and all that rather than YouTube account. And so yeah, I have a new Instagram account, Honest FPL. I'll give the link down below. Go follow or don't. It really doesn't matter. It is just for the DMs. I'll try and suggest the best I can, and I choose my captains uh, at very end of the day. I mean at the deadline. So yeah, and for that I can create a video, and I don't use any other social medias. So I kind of needed a platform for that too, for the sudden changes and sudden, I mean, picks in my team. So I can use rather than making video just for that sounds that sounds very dumb. I mean, for just captainship and some substitution. So I decided I will post my team and captain picks in the last day on my Instagram account. I think that sounds pretty legit. So now I'm no fortune teller or any of those shit, but since I've been playing and watching football for a long time, I mean, I don't know, since I was 6 or 7, it's been very long, and I'm pretty sure I'm not new to this game, and yeah, so do DM your messages. I'll try and help, but no spamming and all, and just direct talks about FPL. Keep supporting. I'll try and improve the quality of my content in upcoming days, I guess. And yeah, goodbye for now.